guys, today we have the Sony Bravia XR series smart TV. This is the X90L and this is the 55-inch version. 4K TV, and it comes packed with a lot of features. This is one of my personal favorite TVs, ideal for gaming, and we're going to see that shortly. But yeah, let's, as I always say, enough chit chat. Let's take the stuff out of the box, let's look at the contents, let's turn this baby on and let's see what we have. This really cool Sony X90L. So on the top left hand side here we have the setup guide. I always recommend you definitely look at that. You know, it's all illustrations, pretty much no words. It's very easy to see how to set up the legs, how to connect up the TV, and there's even some steps on there preparing it for wall mounting. Down below that here we have of course the warranty documentation, and then right here we have our remote. It comes with a set of free, well, not free because you have to buy the whole system, but it comes with a set of complimentary, I should say, AAA batteries for your remote. There's also those silver screws there. Those are what you need when you're going to be wall mounting this for your VESA mount. Below that we have the 4 black screws there for your to install the legs, and those are the legs that are on the right there. These are actually metallic legs. If you hear that noise, I don't know. Oh, here. You hear that? Metallic legs. And right here in the middle on the bottom here we have the power cable to give AC power to your TV set. So that's what comes in the box in addition to the actual TV. And now let's move to the next stage of this review. So this TV comes with a plethora of ports, as you can see here, starting with the cable or antenna input port, and then next to that you have a couple of remote ports, usually used for diagnostics. You have the RS-232C port, here we have the IR in port, and then next to those you have your RJ45 or your LAN port, and that connects your TV to a local area network in the home. Now normally people use Wi-Fi, so this port is never really used, but you know, it's good to still have it there. Then we have our 4 HDMI ports. One of them, as you can see here, I think there's 2 of them that are rated at 4K at 120 Hertz, and these are ideal for your, hook up to your PlayStation 5, high-end gaming. And then there's, the other 2 ports are your standard HDMI ports. And then next to that, we have our video in, our S-Center or speaker input port, and then right here, next to that, we have our digital audio output port. It's an optical port, and you usually connect that. It's a fiber optic cable that connects to your surround sound system. And then next to that, we have 2 USB ports that can be used for reading media, or you can use them for providing 5-volt power sources to any accessories that your TV uses. Okay, so here we have our trusty remote, and I have a couple of batteries I'm going to put in it, but just looking at it, it's a simple, basic black, has a nice smooth back. This whole thing comes off to replace the batteries, which I'll show you in a second. But just looking at the button configuration here at the very top, let's start at the top here. We have our power button right here, and then we have our TV button, and that displays the TV channel list, or you can switch to input. And then here, this thing that looks like a spanner, or half of a spanner. Anyway, that's your quick settings, and with that you can display your quick settings. And then here we have our input where you display and select the input source, right? So obviously if you have multiple HDMI ports on this thing, you can just toggle between your source HDMI inputs that you want to use. And then here we have the menu button, and that just displays the control menu. And then here we have these really cool, you know, it's a simple design, but it's effective. Up, down, left, and right action directional buttons. We have our button in the middle here that does the, you know, I call that the action button, right? So let's keep going. So down here we have obviously our back button, and then here on the right we have our home button, and then to the left here we have obviously our volume toggle up and down button, and then to the right far right we have our channel up and down button, and in the middle there we have our Google Assistant microphone button there. And what else do we have here? Below that we have our mute button, right? And as we get now closer to the bottom here, we have this little gear here, and that displays your dashboard, right? And we're going to look at that when I turn the TV on. It should be a cool looking dashboard. And then here we have our multimedia key for play and pause and whatnot, right? And then just to the right of that we have our guide. So you press that and it displays the digital program guide of your TV or your cable satellite box. And then these remaining buttons are self-explanatory. They're, you know, quick action buttons, I call them. You know, you get access to your Netflix streaming service, your Sony Bravia Core service, there's Disney Plus, there's Prime Video, and of course, you know, you have to have YouTube on this thing, and then Crunchyroll, right? Another streaming service, right? All in all, you know, simple design. You have the Sony logo at the bottom here, and you know, it's a very simple, very simplistic design. No buttons on the side, and pretty lightweight. So let's put the batteries in it now. Let's put the batteries in. This just slides out like that, and as you can see, you have the area here for 2 AAA batteries. It came with a set of AAA batteries, but I prefer to use my own alkaline ones. Or better yet, if you have rechargeable AAA batteries, that's even better. And that's our remote, guys. Nice simple design. I can add it to my other gazillion remotes that I have in the living room. Now, the Sony X90L, as you can see, it's a 4K TV. You know, it's like medium to high range of 4K TVs of this quality, and as you can see by the demo here, it's the picture quality is decent. It's pretty good. You're looking at this through a video, but I'm seeing this with the naked eye, and I won't lie to you, it's really nice. So let's look at some of the specs. Obviously, it's a 4K TV, so you're looking at, you know, a resolution of 3840 by 2160. The display type is LCD, and the backlight type, and that's one of the reasons why it looks so crisp and clear. It's actually a direct full array LED, right? So you have well lit, a very well lit background in the screen technology here. It has X-wide viewing angle, and the backlight dimming type is local dimming. And here's the best part about this TV that I love, and that's that the panel refresh rate is 120 Hz. Now later on in this video, you're gonna see a range of games that I've played on the Nintendo Switch, the old school PlayStation 3, as well as the PlayStation 5, and you're gonna see how well those games play on this TV. Just looking at the picture processing technology, so there is a XR Triluminous Pro XR Smoothing Live Color technology that really brings the color out and really makes the color pop. And then there's a couple other cool technologies like the Cognitive Picture Processor, dubbed the Cognitive Processor XR by the good guys at Sony. And obviously there is the HDR High Dynamic Range compatibility in there, and it does support HDR10, HLG, and Dolby Vision. And you know, it's you know, at the end of the day, I will just shut up for now and just let you just enjoy this 4K demo. But you know, long and short of it, it's a great TV. What can I say? Now it's a Sony TV, so you know you're going to get a good quality TV, and it's not just that in words. Just look at it. Look at the thin bezel. That's what I love about this. Nice thin black bezel, keeps it simple, simple look, and you know there's nothing that kind of shines to show that it's a a cheaply made TV. Down here, as you can see, the bezel's a little bit thicker, obviously because of it's going to house the logo and whatnot. And one thing to mention as well is that those legs that are holding the TV up, they actually are metallic legs, because this TV is not exactly too light. It actually has some weight to it. So just letting you know that as well. But all in all, it's a cool TV. I love it. Small bezels equals good to me. Let's go to the next now. This is power saving, so select low or high to reduce power consumption. This TV will automatically adjust the brightness and TV panel settings according to your selection. If you select off for optimal picture quality with a brighter screen, this may increase power consumption. And you can change this later in the Eco dashboard under the quick settings. So I'm going to put it right now to off, so I want optimal picture quality with a brighter screen. And I'm just demoing, so I don't mind the electricity consumption. So right now I'm just going to skip this because I'm not setting up cable TV or anything like that. I'm just showing you some TV and some streaming. So let's skip. And then we have a ton of devices we can set up. Again, this should be plug and play, so I'm actually going to demo just plugging in my PS3 or my PS5 to this, and it should auto detect it, and you should see good gameplay. And I'm also going to connect my Nintendo Switch to this as well, and let's see what it looks like. So let's connect later. And then house up my TV top position. So there's two configurations: tabletop stand, that's what we have right now, and the other is wall mount. And the reason they want to know is they want to optimize the speaker experience, the built-in speaker experience. So that's why they're asking for that. So I'm going to say tabletop stand. Now I'm going to shut up while it does the acoustic calibration. And what that does, the Sony X90L, it's going to just optimize the audio output of its TV speakers by measuring and listening by measuring the listen environment using a microphone on the TV remote control. So the acoustic measurement takes about 5 seconds, so I'm going to keep quiet. And it said that during the measurement, the speaker volume is set to 19 and a test sound will be played. So let's do that now. So I'm going to sit where I normally do sit, in front of the TV. I'm about 6-7 feet away from the TV. So I'm going to go back to 8 feet, make it a bit more realistic. I'm going to hold my remote at chest level. I'm doing it now. I'm pointing towards the TV. You might see me in the background here waving, that's me. And I'm going to select start and keep the remote control in its position. Let's do it now. Calibration completed. Alright, that was painless. And now we're going to register our TV. You can do it through using your Google account. You can register with another email or skip. I'm going to skip. I won't forget, I'll register later. And here we have Apple AirPlay and HomeKit, and you can wirelessly share content with this TV using Apple AirPlay, and you can control this TV using the Home app on your iPhone, iPad or Mac, and you can set up AirPlay and HomeKit at any time in the settings menu. So, okay, let's go next. And checking for updates. And what I like at the top, it shows you your progress. So we're like 4 out of 5 blue circles. So we should be soon done here. So Samba Interactive TV. That's pretty cool. I'm going to just agree to the terms of service for Samba Interactive TV. adds personalization, sure, and third-party licensing. I'm not going to click on the analytics and measurement, so I don't want them to be getting my usage data. So I save and exit. Interactive TV setup. And now we have the accessibility features, and this is good. You can visit the accessibility settings menu, after the setup, and then there you can find features that make the TV easier for people with diverse needs to use. And you can make, for example, the text on menus bigger. You can turn it on and configure screen reader, which is really nice, and much more. So that's good that they have built-in accessibility features as well. And the setup now is complete. 5 out of 5 blue circles. Now we're done. Add those finishing touches. And here is, I guess, our home screen, and you highlight the, you have the, the nice big icons: TV, program guide, input mode, dashboard, and then along the bottom we have our, those famous streaming services, obviously, and then some simple apps, or just like timers and clocks, media player, music player, right? TV control, smart speakers, and an eco dashboard. And if I scroll down, we just have a little ad here for Google TV. You can set up a Google TV, and if I scroll down more, that's it. So what I'm going to do is just give you a quick overview of this, the home page. So if I click on TV, that will obviously go into TV mode. So if I had an antenna hooked up to this, like a digital antenna, I can scan for channels and watch TV immediately. But I'm not going to do that because that's pretty self-explanatory. I'm just going to the program guide. Let's look at what the program guide looks like, just the look and feel of the user interface. Okay, only available in TVSFM digital channels. So I don't have anything hooked up to it, so I doubt it's going to pick up anything. And right now on HDMI 1. Okay, let me go back. I'm going to press the TV button, go back here. Let's go back. Home button. So that's so of course we have the TV program guide. Here is the input. So that's where you select your different inputs. And so you can use Apple AirPlay, you can connect into a media server, there's the eco dashboard, Sony Bravia, and then you can edit, right? You can add additional applications here. I'm gonna go back here to now the dashboard. Let's go click on that. And this is what you see on the right. This is where you get access to your settings. Here is your time. Let's see if I click on that. Oh, this is nice. So you get this really cool looking like wallpaper. You have the time on the lower right hand side. And I'm wondering if this actually changes pictures after a while. So I'm just going to wait and see if it actually changes. And it should, because you don't want, you know how it is with TVs and still images on for a long time. And yes, I am correct. Here we see a slideshow of sorts. So obviously this is a Great Wall of China. So that's really cool. You can then just leave this in your living room if you want to keep it on, and it would just go into the slideshow mode, and it's pretty much a big fancy clock with a really sweet looking screensaver. And I like that feature. Very, very nice. Let's see. I'm just curious to see what some of the other pictures look like. So let's watch it for another 10 seconds or so, and then let's keep going. Oh, that's a really nice picture. Okay, so guys, that's a really nice feature. So let's go back now. Let's go down here, down. Let's see else what we have. So obviously we know what these do, right? And let's look at the timers and clock. Right, what I like about Sony's interface, it's very simple. It's not over the top, right? You get access to your streaming services. You can select your inputs. Here's where you can set your timer, sleep timer, your alarm, and you can set up your clock display as well. And when I go back here, this is where you get access to your media player. So if you have content that's on a USB stick, you can plug that into the back of the TV. Your content will come up here. You have access to your movies, your video, your music right here, and you can easily navigate your content here. If I go back, here's where you get access to music. So again, yes, let's allow that. And in here you can have all your playlists. Again, hook up your memory stick to this thing with your music, and you can access your music from here. And there's your help page. I'm guessing this is the electronic version of the help guide. So here we have support information. There's YouTube videos here as well to show you how to unbox it, when you're unboxing it, what your contents are, how to restart or factory set your TV. I'm going to show you how to do that as well. Troubleshooting tips and how to view channels on your Android TV. Alright, so that's all built in. You have the help guide here. What I like is that you have useful features and settings. So if you want to click on useful features, you just click on that. And let's see, enjoying safe apps and video streaming services. I click on that, and you can just scroll down and read everything. And it's nice and simple instructions. And as you saw at the beginning, there is a myriad of different languages that this supports, from A to Z, and even more than that. So you can imagine that all this will be in the language that you picked when you set up the TV for the first time. And then here's the TV control with smart speakers option here. So you can link a smart speaker with this TV. And what I will do is actually do that in a quick other video where not a smart speaker, but if this does support should support Bluetooth, I'm going to show you how you can hook up a Bluetooth speaker to this TV, and that will be in a quick other video that I will do shortly after this, if I have the time. Anyway, so let's go back, exit the app, and I think that's pretty much it, right? And the Eco dashboard, yeah, let's look at this. This is the last one here. So this is the Eco dashboard. Right, here's where you can set up power saving. You can optimize brightness according to the amount of light in the room, and reduce power consumption with the light sensor feature. Idle TV power off, so you can automatically have the TV turn itself off after a set period of inactivity. Right now the default setting is 24 hours. And then if there's no signal, the TV automatically turns off if it doesn't receive a signal for 15 minutes. So guys, that's pretty much the TV itself. Now, if I press the home button, I go to this. Again, you can go to your, when you have your set-top box or your channel set up, you just go to TV mode and you can watch TV. But if I press the back button on my remote, I like this feature. It goes right into this really cool screensaver mode with the time at the bottom, and then the slideshow of all these really nice pictures. So with a refresh rate of 120 Hz and being of the really great brand name called Sony, the X90 TV, this is the 55-inch version, as you can see, plays games very well. I mean, especially like I'm playing here NBA 2K21, an older game, but still looks great and a very fun game to play. I'm playing it here on the PlayStation 5. And seeing that this is a Sony TV and this is a Sony PlayStation 5, you know that the gaming experience will be optimized to as best as possible. So, in addition to the PlayStation 5 demo that you're looking at here, over the next couple of minutes, I'm just going to be showing some gameplay from some of my favorite titles from the PlayStation 3, as well as the Nintendo Switch. So with that being said, just enjoy a couple of minutes of cool gameplay on the Sony X90L 4K Smart TV. Okay, so you've seen a ton of games, and as you can see, like, the PlayStation 5, the latest console out from Sony, the games look really cool. And I'm ending here playing Street Fighter 6, which I'm guessing those of you who know me by now know that this is one of my favorite games. Anyway, so yes, the Sony X90L is ideal for gaming with a refresh rate of 120 Hz. And as you can see from the previous demos that we did on the 4K videos, this is great for watching movies in general, 4K movies. Um, One other thing to mention as well, it's a simple looking TV, has metallic feet, and those feet are metallic for a reason. The TV does weigh around 40 pounds with a stand, so when you're installing this, I strongly recommend, you have two people to install it. Even if it's just a simple table mount, always have two people working on a TV like this. But in general, like, I mean, you saw all those ports on the back, four four HDMI ports, two USB ports. This TV is, a really good buy, and the fact that the X90L does come in a number of flavors when it comes to screen size. I mean, you're looking at the 55 inch, but it gets even larger. You get the 65, 75, and higher. If you do have the budget for it, I strongly recommend getting, this Sony product if you're looking for a great TV from Sony. Anyway, but in general, my personal opinion, I definitely strongly recommend this, especially if you're a gamer. And if you're going to invest a lot of money into your home or your apartment, and you want to tie the bow or put the ribbon on the gift, so to speak, get a Sony TV. And if you want a great TV, this is a 2023 model, by the way, and so this is 2024 now, so the pricing on this should be a bit better. But if you have the budget for it, because it's not in the cheap category, it definitely isn't there. I think it's in the middle for 4K TVs. Definitely, I would spend the money. Anyway, guys, so with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this review. It's a bit long, but I like to be thorough, and I love to show off gaming, so I apologize ahead for that if you thought that the video was a little bit too long, but that's just how I roll. Anyway, guys, till next time, stay safe and happy gaming. Bye bye. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that last video. If you liked it, go ahead and like it. Thank you very much ahead in advance. And if you haven't done so already, you should subscribe to this channel. Two reasons for doing that. One, you will get access to our weekly content that's coming out when it comes to do with TVs, TV accessories, home entertainment systems, pretty much anything to do with televisions will be coming out. And the second reason is you will automatically be eligible for our future prize giveaways. Now, speaking of prize giveaways, in addition to subscribing to this channel, you would also need to subscribe to our newsletter. Now, to get access to doing that, just click on the link below to our website at www.redtechbot.com and just subscribe to our newsletter there. And once you've done that, you're automatically automatically eligible for prize giveaways. So, newsletter subscription and subscribe to the channel. That's it. Anyway, guys, other than that, if there are any TV models, TV accessories, home entertainment systems, anything to do with TVs that you would like me to review, just leave them in the comments below and I will add that to my backlog and see what I can do for you. Now, I can't promise you or guarantee I will get those product reviews done, but I will definitely see what I can do in the near future. No promises, but at least let me know and I'll see what I can do. Other than that, guys, happy TV viewing and just stay safe out there. Okay, so till next time, bye bye.